Hey guys, today is going to be a relatively shorter session because I've been receiving some texts or rather interesting concerns about the previous video. I think it was the random one, right? Then people are saying, now is not the right time to buy, to be a landlord, that kind of thing, yada yada here and there, and that I'm saying that anytime is the right time to buy because I'm in this line. You need people to buy sell. Whatever it is, for those of you who don't understand me, it's fine. And to be honest, I think for those of you who know me, you know that I don't really care. You want to say what you want. I honestly can't be bothered, because if you don't bother to find out the truth and know what's to find out what's my real perspective, then there is no point for me to be accountable to you, and I wouldn't really bother about that. But anyway, for those of you, I mean, those of you who they bother to ask, is like they genuinely ask lah. It's not like they're trying to be funny, the haters kind of thing. Anyway, I thought there was a pretty interesting concern to address. Of course, most of you who have been shopping around the market, you would have heard that, anytime then it's always the right time to buy. Tomorrow, yesterday is the right time to buy, here and there. I agree and also don't agree to a certain extent. If you're talking about the market last time during our parents and grandparents era, and then I fully agree. If we say that anytime is the right time to buy, I'll be outright lying, because last time is a entirely different market. Last time you will buy here, you'll be gone, man. Okay, over here you buy the pig, it's gonna come crashing down, and when it comes crashing down, it can be half price. Today I don't think most of us can stomach this kind of risk lah. Of course, we hear people getting burned totally in Bitcoin, in cryptocurrency, that kind of things, but most people wouldn't sink that kind of money. But I also know that people who sink a large portion of their net worth and they get burned very, very badly. But that is, I would say, a small minority, thankfully. Same goes over here also. After the Asian financial crisis, then after went up to the dot-com bubble and then came down again. During this period of time, all the ups and downs. After that, you realize that after this dong lao, last time is the drop is very sharp. This one is quite sharp lah. This one is very, very sharp. But this one is not so anymore. That's why if you bother to take time to look into this market, you realize that this, I wouldn't say advice, this thinking that there is not really a right time to buy is a little bit of you cannot time the market as our parents' time used to. And that's why if you're still listening to that kind of advice, or last time 20 years ago, we wait for the right time to buy, then unfortunately I think you'll be waiting for the sidelines forever, waiting for the perfect time, because unlikely it's ever gonna happen, simply because we have a lot of government intervention and monitoring ongoing as compared to the previous times. That's why, like I said, always a lot of times before, you have to really know what's going on in the market instead of making your normal assumption that the market is supposed to be like this based on the economy is like that. That's why this is going to trickle down to the property price. That's why we shouldn't be looking at the property at all because the economy is weak, blah blah blah. I'm not an economist, let me just disclaim, and I do not claim to be an expert in that field at all. I am not economically trained. Okay, but I do read a little bit of stuff. I have my own uninformed point of view. That one I will gladly admit. Anyway, let's just jump into this disclaimer. Whatever I share, just based on my own research and point of view. Make sure you do your own due diligence, consult the right professional advice before you really go jumping into any investments when it comes to property over here. Okay, so anyway, we look at this last time. Since 2013, you realize that the market is totally different thanks to the whole lot of cooling measures that were introduced over here, easily more than 10. I'm not going to recount every one of them, but I tried, maybe don't really have a lot of patience, but I tried dissecting them into 10 years, because I was thinking of looking at the past 10 years. I don't bother anything beyond that. First of all, we don't have a lot of data available beyond 1995. Then it's a little bit too many dots for me to look at it, and also it's a totally different market. That's why I don't really bother about that. But if you go and bother to take some time to break down, right, then you would have, based on this chart, you would have think that this is probably a bad time to buy a property, and this would have been the perfect time to buy the property. It's always hindsight is 2020, right? Everyone knows that. And I do not claim that I will be able to time the bottom. Nobody can time the bottom, come on. And what I will say to do is, okay, based on, maybe I don't just tell you, I just show you very quickly today that during this period of time when everyone was saying that it's a bad time to buy property, all the whatever, can't remember what's the bull events, there was a lot of like war, like ongoing war threats, North Korea, that kind of thing, the Brexit, all these kind of things. That time, was it really a bad time to enter the market? And then during this time, was it a bad time to enter the market? Because after all, you see, every point of the market, there will be people saying all kinds of, concerns. The market has peaked already, so it's a bad time to buy. The market, last time I should have entered here. But there are also people at that point, because nobody would know that this would be the absolute bottom. No, the market has been on a decline for the past how many years? 3-4 years. Then it will likely to continue declining because the pessimists will be, Singapore is failing, falling birth rate, blah 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 here and there. So make sure you get yourself duly educated on that. You see, that's why I was saying, at the point, people will be saying, it's overpriced over here. People are saying that, it's a falling knife. Then after that, it's overpriced, and then it's overpriced, blah, blah, blah. And then today, my job is just to show you that, during this period of time, there are still people who can enter. And during this period of time, there were still people who were able to enter and still make money. So let's jump into it. 2013, during this one, this particular development over here till today has been still upgoing. So that was 2013 when everyone was saying that it's the start of the decline. But this one, please remember that this is property price index, which is a very general chart, right? A rough look across all the private sector in Singapore, including landed and non-landed. That's why it is very unfair for any one of us to make a judgment, the property market in general is going down and hence we shouldn't even touch property as an investment at all. If you do know how to look at the right property, then it will be wrong in a way for you to say that every single property will follow this trend. Because if every single thing will drop, then the trend would have been like this. But why is it holding up like this? Is because there are some properties that are still profitable, some properties that are going down, but generally more of going down, then end up like this. Were there properties that were unprofitable doing this? That means the whole of Singapore is all profitable? Cannot be, right? That's why there will be properties that are going down, but there are more properties that are going up, and hence it drags the general price index going up. In fact, I don't even like to use this one, but it just seems that something, those people, the amateur guys everywhere, they are trying to use this, this is the right way to read. Like I said, if you do not have enough knowledge of the market, then this will be something that you will love. But this is something that I personally do not love, and I don't really look at it because it doesn't give me much information on this. It's just for me to, this is roughly what the average crowd will be thinking. So this is what I will be, based on this chart, I will more or less understand what's the average crowd's thinking. But I do not use this to make my own judgment. Okay, after that, we move on to 2014. There's another one that actually made money as well. So does it mean that during this period of time, during this 2014 period, that nobody made money? Same also during the downtrend, there's this guy that is 2015 also still managed to make money, and then they managed to have you see the thing about all these developments, that they didn't have a very big significant like this kind of drop. Don't have. Well, the rest of the market are dropping and having a lot of fear. Okay, that's why, like I always say, it's not fair to these developments for us to always think that everything follows the general market direction. There's 2015 for you, and then 2016 is the same thing happening again. 2017 is there something happening again. 2018, you see, every single year we have something. We have winners, we have losers. I'm not saying that you should buy any single thing on the market. What I'm saying is that there are opportunities in every single market. It's just depending on how you look at it, how much time you spend to learn and get yourself educated on the right kind of knowledge, and then get yourself exposed to all these opportunities. Keep yourself open-minded so that you can be willing and able to welcome all these opportunities when it comes knocking to your door. This 2019, same, and even 2020. I didn't bother with 2021 because the 2021 guys haven't even cleared SSD yet. Then this one, some of them haven't even cleared SSD, they're already selling already. So you see, every single year there are people who are able to enter good developments. So the key for you will be, for those of you investing, I'm not saying about home buyers, you're buying just because you want to enjoy. You want to enjoy, just buy whatever you like. It's just as simple as that. But for those of you who are buying for investment, you just have to be very logical. Know what are you actually getting into rather than just jumping to your usual conclusions. Because it's like, for me, when I buy stocks, I will say that I always feel that I'm half gambling. I do not really know what's going on. And unfortunately, I don't think even professional traders, they really know what's going on as well. For them, it's always a win-loss ratio. It's simply because, it's not to say that they are incapable. It's simply because to say that there is no proper governance in the stock market. It is not possible to govern because there's so many foreigners trading as well. Whereas in the Singapore property market, we are heavily regulated. And that's why people who wait for that one great opportunity will end up keep waiting non-stop when it comes, especially true in our real estate market in Singapore. So we need to know what's the difference between the real demand and the real market forces and versus the fake market forces. Over here in Singapore, unfortunately, we are not really a real market force. We are having a lot of fake market forces at play simply because the government is trying to regulate our market and make it better for Singaporeans. Okay, I'm not trying to here to suck up that kind of thing. In fact, I appreciate them trying to do this because of the regulations, we don't have super big winners and we don't have super big losers, and in a way we don't have people sleeping on the streets. That's as simple as that. And I highly and thankfully I appreciate that. If not for them doing all this, then I wouldn't even think that I would be looking at the market today, because there is that kind of safety baseline that is implemented for our security. This is like what I mentioned just now, this was the expectation last time. You see, follows the stock market quite closely until here. Wow, this one, everyone goes batshit crazy. Of course, naturally, this one is gonna fall. Then the rest of the years are pretty much hugging the curve, other than this one also. And then if you are thinking still like this, unfortunately, surprise for you, I draw the line for you over here already. I think this one is the one. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But after that, by right, theoretically, if we follow this, your conventional advice, then we should have seen the property market at the side. But we are not saying the same thing anymore. So why is this? Is there something that we are missing out on? This is the real reality that is happening. Okay? Make sure you are not waiting for the perfect, or I'm waiting for the perfect CCR to buy in at one from freehold, very good property at 1000 PSF. Then you'll just be waiting and waiting, because unfortunately, people like us, we hope that you don't succeed. And most of the sellers, most of the homeowners wouldn't want you to succeed as well, because we don't want our property prices to plummet down and get bashed down because of people that are hopelessly waiting. We are waiting for somebody who's willing to pay us the right value for our investment holdings, or basically our homes. I wouldn't even just call it investment holding. Nowadays, most of us have holding power, or very good, decent holding powers, due to the numerous checks in place implemented by the government, and hence it contributes to the stability of the market. And that's why we do not see this kind of thing happening anymore. And that's why this is a very important factor of why we shouldn't end up timing the market like our previous generation used to. Okay, that will be all we have for today, just to clear up the doubts. And if you have any questions, or you really want to know more in depth of our market, and not just looking at come on, those of you who already approach or talk to me, you know that whatever I share over here on YouTube is pretty much censored quite a lot, and then it's probably just a tip of the iceberg, because there are a lot of things that I can't really share online, and also quite a lot of classified data. So make sure if you really want to know more about the market, make sure you seek the right professional advice before you make a decision. That will be all we have for today. See you guys. Bye bye.